breakfast habit that's silently weakening seniors' muscles. And how to stop it. You wake up in the morning, your knees feel a little stiff, and maybe your grip isn't quite what it used to be. It's easy to chalk it up to age. But what if I told you that one of the biggest reasons for your weakening muscles might be sitting right on your breakfast table? This isn't just about getting older. It's about the choices we make first thing in the morning, often without thinking twice. You see, your body, especially your muscles, doesn't just wake up when you do. It waits for one critical thing, fuel. And if you're skipping protein or loading up on sugar instead, you're not just missing a healthy start to your day. You're sending your body a message that says, we don't need strength today. Think about it. After 7 to 9 hours of sleep, your body has been fasting. Your muscles are like dry sponges, ready to soak up the nutrients that help them repair, grow, and stay strong. But what do most people eat? A quick slice of toast, a cup of coffee, maybe a bowl of cereal that claims to be heart healthy, but is loaded with sugar. It's not enough, not by a long shot. There's a condition called sarcopenia. It's the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that many seniors experience. But here's the thing. It's not just a result of aging. It's largely the result of neglect. And breakfast is often the first domino to fall. Studies show that muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to rebuild muscle tissue, peaks in the morning. That means the best time to give your muscles the protein they crave is within that first hour after you wake up. Miss that window, and your body might begin breaking down muscle instead of building it. And let's be honest, we've all had mornings where breakfast is just an afterthought. But if you're over 60, those small choices can have major consequences. A sugary breakfast spikes your blood sugar and sends your energy on a roller coaster. An hour later, you feel drained, foggy, maybe even dizzy. And your muscles? They're starving. Let me ask you this. What did you eat this morning? Was it something your muscles would thank you for? Or was it just another quick fix to hold you over until lunch? Because every bite we take is either a step toward strength or a slide toward frailty. But don't worry. The good news is that it's never too late to change. We're not talking about a complete dietary overhaul. Even a small addition, like a hard-boiled egg, a spoonful of nut butter, or a handful of almonds, can shift your body back into repair mode. Breakfast should be your first act of self-care, not just to satisfy hunger, but to send a powerful signal to your body. I'm still here. I'm still strong. I still want to thrive. So next time you reach for that piece of toast or sugary cereal, pause. Ask yourself, is this helping me get stronger, or is it holding me back? Because strength after 60 doesn't just come from moving your body. It starts with feeding it right every single morning. 2, the hidden dangers of sugary mornings. You probably heard 1,000 times. Just eat something quick to get your energy up. But here's the hidden danger most people overlook, especially if you're in your 60s or older. That innocent bowl of cereal, flavored yogurt, or morning muffin might be doing more than raising your blood sugar. It could be setting the stage for muscle loss, fatigue, and inflammation. Sugar has a sneaky way of disguising itself in healthy options. Granola bars, fruit juices, even instant oatmeal packets. Many of these are marketed as good for you, yet they're loaded with refined sugar that sends your insulin skyrocketing and then crashing hard. And what happens after that crash? You feel foggy, weak, maybe even a little unsteady on your feet. But here's what's even more alarming. This sugar-insulin cycle creates chronic inflammation in your body. Over time, this inflammation doesn't just make you tired. It interferes with how your muscles recover and grow. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that excess sugar directly reduces the body's ability to repair muscle tissue. That means even if you're trying to be active, walking, stretching, or light exercise, your muscles might not be responding because sugar is blocking the healing process. Now add oxidative stress to the mix. That's a fancy term for when your body produces more free radicals than it can handle. These unstable molecules damage healthy cells, including muscle fibers. So if you're waking up with soreness, stiffness, or slower reflexes, it may not just be aging. It could be the sugar in your diet silently sabotaging your muscle health. And sugar hides in places you'd never expect. Ketchup, salad dressing, so-called light, yogurts, energy bars. It's everywhere. which means the damage starts before you've even stepped out the door. Here's a question worth asking. If something makes you feel full but leaves your muscles starving, is it really a good meal? Because sugary breakfasts are like giving your body the illusion of energy, a quick boost that crashes hard and leaves your muscles worse off. But we can shift that story. Start by reading labels. If sugar or its aliases like fructose, maltodextrin, or corn syrup show up in the top ingredients, it's a red flag. Choose plain yogurt and add your own fruit. Use cinnamon or vanilla for sweetness instead of sugar. Go for steel-cut oats instead of flavored packets. The goal isn't perfection, it's awareness. Every small change adds up. One less sugary snack is one more chance for your muscles to stay strong. Remember, your breakfast isn't just fueling your day. It's shaping your strength, your independence, your ability to live life fully. Let's make those first bites count. 3. Why hydration may be the missing link to stronger muscles. Let's talk about something so basic it's often overlooked. Water. When it comes to muscle strength, most people think of exercise and protein. But what if I told you that hydration could be the most underrated key to maintaining your strength and mobility as you age? You might not feel thirsty in the morning. Maybe you grab a coffee or sip a bit of tea. But by the time you feel that dryness in your throat, your body is already dehydrated. And that dehydration hits harder when you're over 60. Here's why. As we age, our body's natural ability to signal thirst gets weaker. So even if you're not consciously craving water, your muscles could be silently crying out for it. And muscles are made up of about 75% water. That's not just trivia. It's biology. Water allows muscles to contract, stretch, absorb nutrients, and recover from exertion. Without enough hydration, circulation slows. That means your muscles receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients. Waste products like lactic acid build up, and you begin to feel it. Tightness in your legs, soreness after a simple walk, maybe even dizziness when you stand. These aren't just signs of aging. They're signs your body is running low on one of its most essential resources. And here's the catch. Many of the drinks seniors consume regularly actually make things worse. Coffee, soda, and even fruit juices often act as diuretics, pulling more water out of your body than they give back. So while you might feel like you're staying hydrated, your muscles are still running dry. Start with something simple. A glass of water as soon as you wake up. Not juice, not coffee, just water. It jumpstarts your digestion, rehydrates your tissues, and helps your muscles become more responsive to the food and movement that follow. Then, build small habits into your day. A glass before each meal, a water bottle nearby during your walk or while watching TV. And if plain water isn't appealing, add a slice of lemon, cucumber, or even mint. You could also eat your hydration. Fruits like watermelon and oranges, vegetables like cucumber and celery, all add up. Aim for 6 to 8 cups a day, and more if you're active or live in a warmer climate. No need to chug. Slow, steady hydration is more effective than overloading your system all at once. Hydration isn't just about avoiding cramps or dry skin. It's about ensuring your muscles have what they need to do their job, supporting your balance, protecting your joints, helping you stand strong and move with confidence. Because the foundation of strength isn't just built in the gym or kitchen. It starts with a sip of water. So tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, raise that glass and remember, sometimes the simplest changes make the biggest difference. 4. Strength training for seniors. Why less is more? When you hear the word strength training, what comes to mind? Heavy weights? Intense workouts at the gym? Maybe even visions of young athletes grunting through reps? For many older adults, the idea of building strength this way can feel intimidating or even impossible. But here's the truth. Strength training after 60 doesn't have to look like that. In fact, it shouldn't. The goal isn't to become a bodybuilder. It's to keep your body functional, independent, and resilient. And here's the best part. A little goes a long way. Research shows that just 2 30-minute strength sessions per week can significantly improve muscle mass, walking speed, balance, and even confidence in seniors. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. Your body weight, a sturdy chair, or even a couple of water bottles can be your tools for transformation. Let me paint the picture for you. Imagine sitting in a chair, then standing up without using your hands. That simple movement, done repeatedly, can strengthen your thighs and core, or standing tall and lifting your heels to work your calves. Holding a wall push-up or slowly lifting a suit can. These are not just exercises. They are daily victories that whisper to your muscles. You still matter. Many seniors start avoiding stairs, needing help out of chairs, or feeling unsteady on uneven ground. Not because of age, but because muscle tone quietly faded from years of inactivity. This slow decline is known as sarcopenia, and it's not inevitable. It's reversible. The moment you challenge your muscles, even gently, they start listening again. They begin rebuilding. They grow more responsive. The trick is consistency, not intensity. Start small, 5 to 10 minutes a day, 2 to 3 times a week. Focus on control, posture, and steady breathing. You're not racing anyone. You're rebuilding trust with your own body. And the benefits go beyond muscles. Strength training can reduce fall risk, support joint health, boost mental clarity, and help regulate blood sugar. It's like giving your whole body a wake-up call. We're still active. We're still strong. One of the most empowering shifts you can make after 60 is changing your mindset from I can't to I can start small. Whether you're lifting a dumbbell or just lifting yourself out of a chair with intention, that's progress. Because strength isn't measured by how much you lift. It's measured by how freely you live. 5. The silent muscle killer. Overusing painkillers and what to do instead. You wake up sore. Maybe your back feels tight, or your knees ache just enough to make you reach for that familiar bottle in the medicine cabinet. A little ibuprofen here, some acetaminophen there, just to take the edge off, right? It's a habit many older adults rely on. But what if this small, seemingly harmless routine is quietly working against your body's ability to stay strong? Here's the truth. The very painkillers you use to find relief may be interfering with your muscles' ability to heal and grow. Let's break it down. When you move your body, whether you're walking, lifting light weights, or even stretching, your muscles experience tiny micro tears. This is completely normal. In fact, it's how strength is built. Your body senses the micro damage and responds to controlled inflammation, a natural signal that tells your system, time to repair, let's grow stronger. But when you take NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, like ibuprofen regularly, they block that signal. Yes, they reduce discomfort, but they also reduce your body's natural process of rebuilding muscle. It's like turning off the alarm before the firefighters, even though there's a fire. Studies from the Journal of Applied Physiology show long-term use of NSAIDs can suppress muscle protein synthesis, the very process your body uses to turn nutrients into strength. Think about that. You might be walking more, eating better, doing light strength exercises, but if you're muting your body signals with daily painkillers, your muscles may never get the message to grow. And it doesn't stop at your muscles. Painkillers, when overused, can put stress on your liver and kidneys, the very organs responsible for detoxifying your body and helping absorb nutrients. They can even irritate your stomach lining, affecting how well you digest the food your muscles need to rebuild. So what can you do? First, this isn't about eliminating pain relief completely. There are moments after surgery, during flare-ups, or in chronic conditions when pain medication is absolutely necessary. But if it's become a daily habit, it's time to pause and ask, is this helping me heal or just helping me ignore the signs? There are gentle, effective alternatives that can support your muscles while still easing discomfort. Try warm compresses or Epsom salt baths to soothe tight muscles. Incorporate anti-inflammatory foods like turmeric, ginger, or fatty fish like salmon. Stay hydrated. Even mild dehydration can increase your sensitivity to pain. Practice deep breathing or gentle stretching to release tension naturally. And most importantly, talk to your doctor. If you've been relying on daily painkillers, bring it up during your next visit. Ask if there are safer, longer-term strategies for managing discomfort that won't interfere with your muscle health. Your body knows how to heal, but only if you let it. Sometimes the strong you can do is listen. 6. The protein gap. Why most seniors aren't eating enough to stay strong. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked pieces of the muscle health puzzle, protein. When people think of protein, they often picture bodybuilders, gym goers, or athletes chugging down shakes. But what most seniors don't realize is that as we age, our need for protein actually increases. Even hydration and nutrition, which we've covered, play a daily role. Drinking too little water, skipping protein, or loading up on refined carbs consistently over weeks or months can chip away at your strength without you even realizing it. Let's not forget stress. Chronic low-level stress from news, loneliness, or just the busyness of life floods the body with cortisol, a hormone that actively breaks down muscle tissue. And when stress is combined with poor sleep or skipped meals, it creates the perfect storm for weakness to settle in quietly. But here's the good news. Just as these habits build up quietly, so can their solutions. Stand up and stretch every 30 to 60 minutes. Even a few shoulder rolls or walking to the kitchen helps. Check your posture. Sit up tall, engage your core, and lift your chest. A few seconds of alignment can activate muscles that have gone dormant. Keep a bottle of water nearby and sip regularly, not just when you're thirsty. Add a little movement to your daily routines. March in place during commercials. Do gentle leg lifts while brushing your teeth, or take phone calls standing. And most of all, practice self-awareness. Ask yourself, what small thing can I do today to support my strength? The answer won't always be big. Sometimes it's just drinking water before coffee, or choosing a hard-boiled egg instead of toast, or stepping outside for 5 minutes of fresh air and movement. Because strength isn't built in dramatic gestures. It's built in the quiet choices, the steady habits, the intentional moments that say, I'm still here, I still care, and I still have more life to live. 9. From breakdown to breakthrough, the small wins that keep you strong after 60. By now, you've uncovered a powerful truth. Your strength isn't determined by one big choice, but by hundreds of small ones, stacked quietly, consistently, day after day. That's where the real breakthrough begins. It's easy to get overwhelmed by everything you should be doing. Eat better, move more, sleep longer, stress less. But here's a mindset shift that changes everything. Instead of chasing perfection, start celebrating progress. Let's talk about small wins, those daily victories that add up to stronger, more resilient you. Maybe it's adding one source of protein to your breakfast. Maybe it's choosing water instead of soda. Maybe it's standing up from your chair without using your hands. These aren't just habits. They're messages to your body. Messages that say, I still need you. Let's keep going. Every time you make a nourishing meal, you're feeding not just your stomach, but your cells. Every gentle stretch you do is like sending oxygen straight to muscles that carry you through the day. And every good night's sleep you get is your body's way of saying, thank you, I'm healing. These small wins matter more than you think. In fact, researchers have found that consistent, small lifestyle improvements have a greater long-term impact than sudden, extreme changes that fade within weeks. Why? Because they're sustainable. They become part of your rhythm. And most importantly, they build momentum. The truth is, strength after 60 doesn't come from doing everything right. It comes from doing something right, and then doing it again tomorrow, and the day after that. So, give yourself credit. For every glass of water, every mindful meal, every moment of movement, you're taking ownership of your health in a way that empowers you, that builds you, that restores you. Remember, it's not about avoiding breakdowns entirely. Life will always throw us challenges. But by building strength through small daily decisions, you create a body and a mindset ready to bounce back. Because resilience isn't about avoiding the fall. It's about rising stronger each time. This journey doesn't end here. It continues every time you wake up and decide to care. Every time you tell your body, you still have purpose. Let's keep going. And that, more than any meal, workout, or routine, is the most powerful choice of all. Thank you for watching with Gold Zenith Health. Stay strong, stay intentional, and remember, your best years still have strength to give.